So Blast is somehow even stronger than what we initially thought, because we're seeing more displays of his power in this chapter as he takes on Empty Void. We haven't seen this fight in a little bit because it cut away from this going into the Neo Leaders reveal stuff, which we just got off of with the previous chapter, where we saw the leader of the Neo Heroes claiming to be Blast's son. And now we're going back to where chapter 201 left off, with Empty Void showing up to where Sonic and Flashy Flash was, attempting to kill Sonic and convert Flashy Flash over to God using the cube, until Blast showed up at the nick of time, knocking Empty Void away and protecting Flashy Flash and Sonic. Now, coming into this chapter, we're seeing the continuation where Blast is going back to Empty Void and just taking it to him, hitting him with like a nice right shovel hook encased in his gravity knuckle, which is like his signature move. And they have a little back and forth until Blast just grabs him and he's like, I waited 15 years for this, you know? This is because, 15 years ago is when they initially fought. And I think it was 20 years ago, 5 years even before that, when they were like teammates, they were like friends, and Empty Void was still a human. And they were going around looking for the cubes, trying to stop God, or whatever they thought the threat coming from them was. And when Empty Void found a cube on his own, he wound up being tricked by God and becoming what he is now. And then 5 years after that, 15 years ago, when Blast wound up fighting Empty Void after I guess they met up again, grievously wounded him and put him in like a 15-year coma to which he needed to recover. And then only recently did he just come out of that. But anyway, Blast is like, so to move into higher dimensions, you need to form a seal with both hands, right? And then he constrains his hands with like 2 gravity bubbles or whatever these are. So what Blast is referring to is what we saw Empty Void do back in chapter 201. Like as Flashy Flash and Sonic were trying to attack him, he simply just left reality and went into what he says is outside of causality of the universe. And as he does this, he sees like infinite parallel worlds branching out. And that's because apparently all of these dimensions are folded like bubbles using this quote unquote special jutsu that he has, where he has to do like straight up Naruto hand signs to activate it. And this is how he's able to do that massive dimension slash that we're going to see at the end of this chapter, because he can attack the folded dimension from the outside of causality. Yeah, pretty wild stuff, I know. As for all this hand sign stuff, I think this might be whatever is inherent to Empty Void, and God amplifies his abilities so that he can go out of space-time. I mean, maybe he could do some cool stuff before God power up, but I think that he can only go so far because of God. Kind of like, taking steroids or whatever. But as Blast has him held down, he says that he's spent 15 years perfecting his skills to restrain him without killing him. Because, like we said last time they fought, he grievously wounded him. He could have easily died if he wasn't lucky enough to, scurry away or go into that recovery capsule. But Blast is restraining him because he needs to take him back to the Hero Association so that he can run those experiments on him to revert him back to being a human. Blast hasn't revealed this in the new post-retcon continuity of this arc. Previously, he said that Empty Void has like this innate exclusive ability to open the portal where God is hiding. And I think that still is the case. He just has yet to say it again. But first, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack subscription box where you'll get up to 20 of exclusive limited edition and seasonal flavored Japanese snacks, including Japanese instant ramen and drinks that are only available in Japan for a limited time. While Sakurako is a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local Japanese snack makers, and each box comes with 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including Japanese tea and a special Japanese tableware. They also come with these great booklets that give you information on all the snacks in the box, as well as Japan and its culture. This month's Sakurako box is Heart of Ishikawa. In 2024, the Ishikawa region was impacted by a devastating earthquake, but the resilience of its communities and their dedication to preserving cherished traditions have shown through. This month, in collaboration with the Ishikawa Prefecture, Sakurako invites you to honor the strength and spirit of this beautiful region by raising awareness and supporting its ongoing recovery efforts. Savor a mindfully curated collection of Ishikawa's locally crafted artisan snacks and take pride in knowing you are contributing to a community's journey of hope, renewal, and revitalization. And this month's tableware item is the Wakasa chopsticks. So first, let's try the tea that we got this month, which is the Ishikawa Baocha roasted tea. It also pairs with everything in the box. It has this great fragrant blend of umami and sweetness. Then I tried the Noto sweet potato. It's this great sweet blend of potatoes, beans, and cinnamon. It's so good. This month's Tokyo Treat Box is Osaka Snackathon. Known for its vibrant streets and mouth-watering eats, Osaka is a true food lover's paradise. This month, they packed their box full of an exciting lineup of savory and sweet snacks that capture the city's most iconic flavors. Come explore Osaka on this month's Snackathon and celebrate the diverse tastes and treats that this amazing city has to offer. So I tried the Kokeya Wasabi Seaweed Chips. These are absolutely incredible, a little bit spicy, but so savory and crunchy. And then of course I had to try the Kit Kats. This month they're the Mont Blanc Kit Kats, which is a classic chestnut dessert. And as always, this is amazing. The white chocolate is unbelievable. These Kit Kats are always a 10 out of 10. So guys, you can get your very own Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co boxes by going to my link in the description for yourself or a loved one, because they make great gifts. And make sure you use code Zhoniin to receive $5 off your first box. Thanks, guys. But Empty Void still tries to attack Blast while he's restrained, hitting him with like these Homeless Emperor-esque light spheres. Blast actually refers to these things as the light of divine power, which I'm pretty sure Homeless Emperor's light spheres were referred to that as well. And we see that Blast is able to manipulate these. Like he takes them, converts them into a dark color, and then just sends them into his wormhole. And then he says that it's essentially useless against him. And I'll go more into this after this sequence because he makes another really interesting comment about them. But as he's holding down Empty Void, this is pretty much the end. Like he's gonna take him back to the Hero Association at this point. Sonic suddenly throws two kunais at Empty Void's head, and Blast realizes it at the last second and kicks him away. He goes, "What the heck are you doing?" And Sonic's like, "Why don't you just kill him?" Obviously Sonic doesn't understand the nuance of the situation, but in this distraction, Empty Void like starts sucking in the gravity sphere on his chest, and this like pulls the gravity orbs on his hands further down, exposing his fingers, freeing them to activate his ability to jump outside of the causality of the universe. And Blast is like, "My power of darkness, which seals the power of light. What's going on?" And this kind of just opened a whole new can of worms for me. Because, you know, as I've been talking about for a couple of years now, One Punch Man puts forth the notion that the light is good and the dark is bad, right? Sun versus moon, kind of like the same thing in One Piece. It's not that black and white most of the time. So Blast saying that his power of darkness, which is a power that seals light, confuses me since Blast is a good guy, you know? And God is actually the one here that is supplying the power of divine light. We already talked about how God is like a false god. He wants to appear as though he is benevolent, although he is obviously not. And we still have no idea how Blast got his powers or even what they are, other than, you know, like gravity manipulation and him talking about power of darkness. We've also seen a parallel between him and Homeless Emperor before with their spheres, colored light and dark. And I could keep going on and on speculating about what's going on, but I'm just going to waste your time at that point. Hopefully the next chapter will get more information as to what's going on with Blast, but this one gave us more questions. But coming to the end of the chapter, Empty Void, like I said, slashes, hits that dimension slash, cutting like an 18-mile long slash in the ground. And as we see on the side, Blast once again able to save Flashy Flash and Sonic. I don't know if this is the end of their fight, but I hope it is, so that Empty Void can just go away, recover, then, you know, he'll come back and be one of the endgame villains for our heroes here. But that's pretty much it for this one. Let me know what you guys think about this chapter in the comments, and if you liked it, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.